We're back again with another den of delightful games garnering a gaze, so if you're interested in helping these teary-eyed digital downloads find a home, then you have come to the right place. Act fast now or we'll hire Sarah McLachlan to guilt-trip you with a slow-motion song about their unpurchased plight. This is Desura's weekly release highlights, and much like mini shorts in the trailer park, we've got a lot to cover, so let's get this thing cooking. Dig deep and channel your inner Bonnie Tyler as you clear the way for a hero to do the deed in need in 12 Labours of Hercules, a time management game which checks your skill at bossing meandering minions into meaningful labor. 12 Labours of Hercules allows Herc to shirk until there's enough food to work on the actual heroic business. Fill in farms, build bridges, and break boulders to close the gap between our pectorally possessed protagonist and his hellish detractor. If you've been feeling a tad lazy, 12 Labours of Hercules releases this week to the Desura service for $6.99 and is compatible with the Windows and Mac operating systems. The mid-80s are under a threat most gnarly, my friends, and it is time for you to step up and punch it repeatedly in its threatening beanbags. Take control of righteous warriors who have mastered the art of radical eradication in Radical Heroes, Crimson City Crisis. Rocking more headbands than a Night Ranger concert in Snake Plissken's closet and carrying combos aplenty, knock heads through a daily deepening Donnybrook and support the development of the game throughout its alpha cycle. Built from the ground up for side-scrolling fighter fans, Radical Heroes Crimson City Crisis keeps in the tubular tradition of taking no prisoners and is available on the Windows platform for $3.99. So, dukes up, it's battering time. When it comes to warring, I'd issue a warning. Vikings have a long-standing sitting, riding, sleeping, and boating tradition of kicking ass and taking names. Sometimes they even forget the second half in the interest of making sure the first part gets done properly, because if there's one thing Vikings are known for, it's job quality. War of the Vikings is here and prodding players with layer upon layer of close-quarters combat to get the blood pumping and the mouse fingers twitching, boasting some of the best melee player versus player content on offer in the modern market. War of the Vikings puts up pulse-pounding plunder in exchange for your hard-earned scat. War of the Vikings can be purchased for $24.99 on the Windows operating system and requires a Steam account to play. While my normal advice about life might include something along the lines of not boxing oneself in and, avoiding squaring those pesky circles, in the case of Luminosity, all of this advice sort of falls through. Create cages for a bunch of ballistic balls bouncing around the play space in order to win the game. Too easy? Well, how about the addition of lasers, buzzsaws, special abilities, power-ups, and persistent RPG-like upgrades to liven the mix? Yeah, that's about what I thought. If you're interested in checking out Luminosity, it's compatible with the Windows, Linux, and Mac operating systems and on offer this week by Windmill Games at a price point of $4.99. So, if you've been looking for an updated, upgraded, and never-faded version of Jezball, consider X to be a spot both marked and found in Luminosity. Load up on lasers and nuke those old, cold Newtonian physics skills because Eterium is occupying a sector near you. The spiritual child of games such as Wing Commander, X-Wing, and TIE Fighter, Eterium packs on the nostalgia and follows the journey of a carrier ship as it moves through the galaxy during a war with a vicious race from space. You, a lowly fighter pilot aboard the craft, must take control of the situation and ensure that your ward arrives in a less than dented state at the end of its journey. 50 missions comprise the bulk of this trip, each punctuated by dialogue and drama to set the pace. Set at a price of $19.99, Eterium is compatible with the Windows operating system. Filling in the platform end of the spectrum this week is Mechanic Escape, a frenetic platformer in which gamers garner control of an oppressed television attempting to escape his masters. Along the way, he'll rattle the airwaves in an attempt to find his friends and maintain the majority of his screen time rapidly running from rampaging robots through levels hand-designed to test and best the reflexes. Mechanic Escape has taken a brief pause for you to jump on board here at Desura and is compatible with the Windows operating system. So, if you've been feeling lethargic as of late from all that TV consumption, why not take the telly on the road for a run in Mechanic Escape, available now for $4.99. Rasters, vectors, scalars, and the integrals thereof combine to find, there it is, that pleasant aroma of anxiety and panic that surrounded every physics class that I ever attended. After all that, a universe comprised solely of the things sounds simply terrifying, but luckily Rasternauts is not quite so scary, but it does do its fair share of mathematical humor in allowing players to blast math-made minions through a campaign containing 7 characters and 30 levels. Run and gun your way through platforms of a pronounced pedigree and avoid getting singed, slagged, or otherwise tagged by projectiles of every fashion along the way. Available for the Windows operating system and procurable at the pint-sized price of $3.49, grab Rasternauts today. It's the end of the day, and to my dismay, my list seems to have gone astray, but if you're still looking for games to play, check out our website in the description below to grab all the latest and greatest gaming info on the Desura gaming platform. We're happy you stopped by, so if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to stay in the know about all the happenings here at Desura. And so, bubbly-nosed and red-eyed, we take our leave, but stow away the hanky. We'll be back next week with a new crop of games for you to view. Take care, everybody, and we will see you next week.